Hold it now.
All right. See, I just want to talk right quick. It's like when you hear people take you for granted. I was one of them dudes growing up that was overlooked. Never really got credit for what I did. Always wondered how it would be if I was gone and out the way. I know I ain't the only one. So I'm just saying, you never know when somebody's gonna leave your life or die. So don't take them lightly. Yeah, that's real talk.
And now she's gone.
It's the same thing every day. Take for granted that I'm here thinking I'm gonna stay. I always wonder if you miss me when I'm gone and away. It's such a shame I gotta be this way. I'm gone and out the way. It's the same thing every day. Take for granted that I'm here thinking I'm gonna stay. I always wondered if you miss me when I'm gone and away. It's such a shame I gotta be this way. I'm gone and out the way. Yeah, they say the past is behind you. Sometimes the past comes back and confronts you. So in order to get past your past, you gotta clear all the board to get your future a path. Yeah, plain and simple, we don't take no math, but hard work is what it takes.
Yourself. Y'all gonna help me out. You know when you need a spiritual self-check, when you come to the church and pick up attitudes. That's when you know you need a spiritual. You know you need a spiritual self-check when you can't fellowship with your brothers and sisters. When you can't follow rules and regulations. When you can't obey your leader. You know you need a spiritual self. You know you need a spiritual self-check when you always putting other people down. That's an ugly spirit. You really need a spiritual self-check. You know you need a spiritual self-check when you do more gossiping than praying and speaking in tongues. You need a spiritual self. You need a spiritual self-check when you blame others for the reason why you in your situation. You need a spiritual self. You need a spiritual self-check when you have to depend on others for your happiness. I need a man. I need a woman. That's when you know your spirit needs a spiritual self. Y'all gonna help me preach on this thing? So in our text, we have here in St. Luke in our text, we have Jesus here. Jesus is now sitting with some sinners. He's sitting with some sinners, and the religion people are getting upset and mad. They're looking at Jesus and saying, why are they frowning up at Jesus? Why are you sitting with sinners? Right here, this helped me to knock out their excuse where everybody say this excuse. Say that when I get myself right, then I'm going to come to church. Y'all know I'm going to put this on Facebook and YouTube, but this is for all y'all who got this excuse saying when I get myself right, then I'm going to come to church. This is for y'all. This let me know here that Jesus gets around the sinner and gets in the midst of sinners because that's the time he wants to minister to. In other words, he could have been with the religion people saying, wait till they get right. But instead, Jesus come in the midst of their trouble and begin working with them. So those who out there know you need to be in church, using the excuse that when I get myself right, that ain't the right way. Because if you could get yourself right, Carol, why would you need Jesus? I wouldn't need Jesus if I could get myself right. But I know I can't get myself right, so I need Jesus. So with my messed up, crazy self, come on into the church so I can get right and get next to Jesus. Somebody said, preach, Tiger. Preach, Tiger. I thought I was. Here we go now. We look at Jesus now. Jesus now deals with the religion folks. He begins to tell them a story about how God operates. And so he goes on and tells one story. They figured they couldn't get it. So Jesus, I love Jesus. He said, let me break it down a little bit more. And then he said, a certain man has two sons. And the son had one son. And that tickled me, Minister Carey. I used to watch Charlie Brown. You still watch it, Dad? And Jermaine, there was a character on Charlie Brown called Pigman. And Pigman, every time he says something, dust will come out. Y'all know him now, don't y'all? Y'all probably know the name, but that's it. You know, he walk around always dust coming out all the time. Every time he says something, dust coming out. He's saying, here come dust. And you know what? That's how you look when you know you're supposed to be in the church. And you go out in the world, you really look like Pigman. Because dust just coming all every time you talk, dust. And so Jesus, I remember an episode, and this really blessed me here. Actually got clean one episode. He was clean. And what he did was, he was cleaning the house, and soon he stepped outside the house. Charlie Brown seen him, he got dirty. Well, I love I can preach on any kind of thing. Check this out. Did y'all catch it? Y'all didn't catch it. Y'all on slow bus. Here we go. He was in the house, he was clean. Soon he stepped outside the house, he got dirty. Anybody catch it yet? In other words, that's what happened to us. Long as we in the church, we clean. But sooner we start missing church, stepping out, we get dirty. That's why some of y'all got to make sure y'all stay in the house, because that's where you belong. You need a spiritual checkup, stay in the house so you can stay clean, and quit going out in the world getting dirty. Somebody said, preach, Tiger, preach. I'm preaching on Charlie Brown. Get down out there. And so we see. That contact just like an outlet. There's an outlet there that represents you, and Jesus is the plug. And when Jesus contacts you, gives it to that outlet, it sends power. I don't know about you, but I need power. And so that's why I got to get my spirit checked, because I need that connection with God. I don't want to depend on my own power or my own strength or my own ability, but I want to depend on the power of God. Because when I depend on the power of God, that means victory is mine. How many of you want the power of God? Somebody say, give me that power, give me that power. What's going to happen when you get your spirit in check? A praise party will go down. You talking about a praise like never before, because you'll be like David when he declared that don't take your spirit away from me. Have you ever been in a situation that you've been at church and couldn't feel God? Have you ever been in a situation that you felt like God had left you? If you've ever been in that kind, you'll be so glad that when God comes back to you, then you say,